Today I fucked up by having unplanned sexy time with my so. Today I fucked up by having unplanned sexy time with my so. My partner unexpectedly came home from work this morning. He flips houses, with the excuse that he didn't wear enough layers to be stood outside painting a fence. He suggested I warm him up a bit before he put on more layers. I'll be taking my trousers off to put on long johns anyway. Have you ever heard a sexier phrase? And one thing led to another. We weren't expecting any post. Last Christmas presents arrived yesterday, and my mum is due at 1 PM for a socially distanced present exchange since I can't go and see her this year. Damn you COVID and Bojo. So we thought we could get a quickie in and he could be back painting his fence before his business partner noticed he'd been gone too long. This plan was quickly foiled as we heard a knock at the front door. My partner jumped up to peek out of the bedroom window to see if it was our door. Terraced housing is confusing, and noticing it was, he opened the window to greet the unsuspecting delivery person wearing only his boxers, although at the angle he was standing he may have appeared to be nude. It was a delivery of a bouquet of flowers, so he put on my remarkably short, fluffy, dressing gown and ran downstairs to get the delivery. I can only imagine what the poor woman delivering these flowers thought when he answered the door in a tiny dressing gown, that he didn't close, wearing only his pants with a raging boner. Thanks Uncle Ned, for the gorgeous yet surprisingly cock-blocking bouquet of flowers. Crying face, crying face. Too long didn't read. My partner came home to put on long johns. I almost got laid, and a woman delivering flowers will go back to the shop with a story of being partially flashed. Ah, yes. The today I fucked up by sexing sexed. Don't forget the obligatory sexy time. Get a package. Show a package. How to get to the front page through Today I Fucked Up. Step 1, sex. You have to call it sexy time though, like you're a real adult who does sex stuff with people. I swear delivery drivers see the weirdest of stuff. I mean, poor guys thinking fuck my life. As a former pizza delivery driver, yes. Why wouldn't you cover up a raging boner to answer the door? I get that it's your house and all, but the delivery person shouldn't have to see that, no? It was more of a panicked autopilot moment, not an intentional attack. Smiley face, crying face. I get where you're coming from though. Today I fucked up a kiss. So last night I went on my first Tinder date since getting my dentures. I'm not an old man yet, but I did lose my front teeth in a bike accident 3 months ago. I was very self-conscious about my dentures at first, but I've had time to get used to them. For the record, where I live the number of COVID cases aren't that high, so I didn't really feel like I was being too irresponsible by going on a date. Speaking of which, I was really feeling this girl and it seemed like she was feeling me too. We ended up in my car, vibing to Post Malone, when one thing led to another and we started kissing. It was all sexy and shit until my dentures detached and my date's tongue went into my gap. At the same time my dentures slid to the back of my throat, making me gag and spit it out on my hand. My date pulled back and stared at my mouth, not with lust, but with ennui. I awkwardly put my dentures back in place and apologized. My date never noticed my front teeth were fake until that moment. If that wasn't awkward enough, I joked and said, did you know in some cultures people remove their front teeth to provide better blowjobs? She nodded at me like she didn't know whether to laugh or leave. She ended up leaving soon after that. Needless to say, we didn't kiss again. TL, doctor didn't tell my date about my dentures, ended up spitting out my teeth mid-makeout, ruined the date, and now I might be too embarrassed to kiss anyone ever again. As someone who will need them soon for my front teeth as well, thanks man, I know what to expect, haha. The BJ comment just topped it off. I am out of there. When you feel comfy with someone you should tell them. It's not that big a deal to a balanced girl, but I could see it being a bit of a shock if you're kissing someone and some teeth fall into your mouth. Funny enough, my biggest concern before the date was how comfortable I would be with her seeing me without my teeth the next morning. Should have known the next morning wasn't gonna be a problem, lol. The first time I drank with my now husband, he vomited his teeth into a plastic bag, and in my inebriated state, I fished them out with a napkin and asked him if any more of him was going to fall off. I had no idea he had top dentures until then. Embarrassed smiley face, embarrassed smiley face. Where can I find a girl who's cool with fishing through a bag of puke for a lost tooth? Oaks Cupid, Hinge and Perch, Tummy Rumble, Plenty of Vomit, Emesis Harmony, Hurl. Maybe you can't kiss any more girls, but you can definitely provide better blowjobs now. Today I fucked up by smashing my glass dildo. I'm currently on holiday with the family, staying in swanky accommodation that my aunt, who is fairly well off, owns. Earlier today I went for a run and went to shower afterwards. I was kinda in the mood for a wank, so I grabbed my fave dildo. She's so bo today I fucked up and satisfy a pro into the ceramic tiled bathroom. I stupidly put my pile of clothes, towel and sex toys beside the sink, and went to lock the door behind me. In that time, the glass dildo slipped and clattered, loudly, to the floor, smashing cleanly into two pieces. I'm positive the whole house would have heard it. The noise was ridiculous and all the other rooms were open. As I went to open the bathroom door to inconspicuously stash the pieces in my room, I could hear my dad call, "What was that?" from the other side. I stuffed the pieces behind me in the waistband of my leggings, said nothing, "Don't worry," and prayed he wouldn't interrogate me more. I'm sure he thought I smashed something expensive of my aunt's, but thankfully he didn't pry any further. Narrowly avoided an extremely awkward encounter and still mourning the loss of my best dildo ever. Heart. Too long didn't read. Felt horny on family holiday, smashed dildo on bathroom floor. Dad heard noise and I almost died internally. This may be a stupid question, but what is the appeal of a glass dildo over a more durable silicone one? Cleaner, non-porous and very easy to wipe down when you're done. Also temperature play if you're into that. Plus general feel is just much nicer. I like how the dildo is a part of your family and comes on holiday with you. Edit, beta it comes with her and she comes with it. Just reading the title I thought this was gonna be way worse than it was. I accidentally broke my last phone screen by tossing my phone onto the bed and it bounced onto my glass dildo instead of beside it. I feel left out with the lack of glass dildo stories. Not gonna lie, I was worried this was going to go differently. I am heartened that this didn't end up involving glass shards in the vagina or rectum or an emergency hospital visit! Exclamation mark.